Hey, what's up? It's DJ. Today we're taking a look at the Michigan map for Farm Sim 25 by Taylor Farms. This map takes its styling from Michigan here in the United States and the farming done in that state. However, it is not based on any one area. As you can see, the terrain is mostly flat on the map. However, it does have some rolling hills, valleys, and of course, the ditches. Oh yeah, they're back. DJ for scale. At the top of the map, we have a very large river, and then through everything else, you've got a lake and a large stream running, well, right below us. Hey, speaking of the lake, it's right over here. And by that lake, we've got some really cool stuff that's been brought over from Farming Simulator 22 and 25, at least the ideas are. So over here, you've got the playground, which you can build up. We have the roller coaster, which says Michigan on it whenever you build it up. And we even have the grain elevator right over here. Past that, we have the custom sugar beet piler factory for adding realism with sugar beet harvesting. When owned, the piler will give you tear dirt as well, and tear dirt can now be sold. There are 4 maps, one on the east side of the map that you own from the start. The largest farm can be found in the central area of the map, a more mid-sized farm located near the BGA on the right-hand side of the map, and a smaller farm area here at the south end of the map. And yes, great news, the same buildings that we've seen on Frankenmuth and Prairie Farms are on Michigan as well. Taking a look at the PDA, and we've actually got the Michigan state flag on the back side, which looks very cool. It's super fitting for this map. We've got 34 purchasable fields with an average acreage of about 20 acres. You've also got 5 forestry areas and then a water tower in town where you can get your water from. There's also alfalfa, which has been added and implemented with the animals, just like Prairie Farm if you've watched that. So your alfalfa hay could be used with cattle, sheep, and your horses. There's also collectibles from Riverbend. We've got toy tractors and sugar beets all scattered around the map. In New Farmer, we have a selection of farmland areas here on the bottom left-hand and central part of the map. We do start off with, of course, the main farm area right here, which is farmland 29. We have 30 and 31 to the south of that. Just to the right, we've got a cornfield on 33, and we have a wheat field here on 28 with another sugar beet field on 14. So there are quite a few different fields that you start off with. Your sugar beet and cornfields are going to be growing where your wheat field is ready for harvest. And one of the wild and crazy things about this one is you get quite a bit, 136,000 liters off of this whenever you harvest it. So just a heads up there. There's also some very, very cool stuff that I want to show you with all of this. But for then, we're going to have to go on a map tour. Yes, there's a ramp built into the map. We'll get to it, I promise. So then let's start with our main farm. We've got our house right here, which has got a place to change clothes and sleep, so that is nice. If we go over here, look across the way, we've got a nice little pathway area here, although you can change this up. I mean, look how much you own, and look how much space it's taken up. Not a lot. Like the building stops right here. So you've got all of this down here too. Plenty of room in order to expand. Over here on the right hand side, we're going to go counterclockwise today, at least on this farm. You've got your building here, which can work on things. With this, you can fix, repair, customize, and you can even sell your equipment from there. This is the same building from the Prairie Farms, Michigan map, and Prairie Farms has a big influence on these buildings too. I say big influence. So does Frankenmuth, but we showed them off on that, so we're not going to be showing off the buildings in depth here, although I will show you what comes with it. So don't worry, I got you there. We do have the really, really big building here on the very front with a couple doors on the sides. Not as much starting equipment as we had on Prairie Farm, but some good stuff nonetheless. You still get a Volvo VNX with the crampy big battery. You've also got a John Deere with the sprayer, 1 quad track instead of 2, 1 K7150 instead of 2. Basically, you've got one of everything. One of the nice things is, too, you don't have a self-propelled beet harvester. You got this guy, the Amity. It's a good idea to hire that on a worker and do the carting yourself. Trust me, you'll thank me later. And then over here, we've got our pole barn which will open this up, and you can see there's nothing in here. So all of the equipment that we start with in new farmer mode is going to be found in this building here. Still a great setup, and you've got stuff like used equipment that you could take a look at and things like that. So that's pretty darn cool. Now from here, we are going to go north because we have a lot of smaller little farm areas that you could buy in between. So what I'm going to do is actually buy everything on the map. That way, if there's anything hiding, we will see it. And now we got it all. I know some people like to see, so we'll take a look at our finances, and we have spent $9.6 million on everything. Some of the values for what you get in new farmer mode. See, 360, you've also got 370 there, 114, 129, and 250. But we do have some larger fields, 400, 358, 255, 260, 293. So you can see they're in that realm. I think 541. I think this might be the most expensive one just because it's, well, big and square. So there you go. Let's turn on our PDA right here on the left-hand side. And we're going to be going up the left-hand side of the map. All these areas through here are smaller little square plots. You can buy them all. They do link up if you buy them all. And you can go in and do whatever you want. You can put some production chains down. You could go through and plow them all up and make them a field if you want to. Doesn't really matter. So the first one's going to bring us right here to the mining company, aka the mine shaft. So with this one, you're going to be getting the iron ore dropping out, which you can utilize. Now, this was released with Silver Run Forest, and they have added it to it, which I absolutely love. And I don't think I've climbed to the top of this before, so let's see if we can get up here. Ooh, starting to get dizzy. DJ's getting dizzy. Oh, no. Oh, there's so much more to go. I can see my house from here. Literally, that's our starting house. Yeah, there you go. We made it to the top. And you can also see all the way into town. So from here, we could go up a little bit. You can see we've got a railroad train that goes all the way straight across the top. So that is where your train's going to be. And just below that, we got a couple things like the Grain West Silo and even the Rent Train Spot. There's also this road at the top, which kind of runs all the way straight across. If we go into here, you can see we kind of have this road system that just goes straight across. There's actually a smaller squared off almost road system in the middle of the map, which kind of, I don't know, brings everything in. It reminds me a lot of like the Four Fields map from Montana in a way. And a good thing, it kind of keeps your farming centralized, and if you need to go sell some stuff, you kind of have to go out towards the outside of the map to go do that. But I really like that. Oh, there goes the train. Can we catch up to him? No, he's running as fast as we are, so we'll let him go. Here's our train rental spot right there, and everything else that you need all the way around. Very cool. So with that, let's head into town a little bit. And the first one's going to be the canning factory right outside. Actually, we can just run right in. So here you go, Blue Dwarf. Bam! You've got your canning factory right here. Of course, all the production chains on the map can be purchased, and they're also in areas where you cannot buy the farmland around it. So you see right here, all the production chain sale points, things like that, are on land that is unownable, so that you could buy those production chains and do them just like you can in the base game. I think that was a really, really good idea. Making our way over, we've got some more stuff to take a look at. Over here, we have a couple buildings. So the first one is carpentry. Then in the middle, you've got the warehouse. Oh yeah, and the warehouse trigger. So of course, here is your Willow Lumber Company, aka Carpentry, with our selling station all the way around towards the back right there. And this is also where you're going to be buying and leasing and stuff like that. Oh, no, the trigger's right here. My bad. Then, right over here, we've got the warehouse. Of course, this is laid out exactly like it is on Riverbend Springs, so that is good. It's very nice and easy to figure out what is where. That is very, very cool. To the right of us from here, we have the oil mill, and we'll just kind of hop, skip, and jump right over through there. There's your oil mill. Drop everything off right here. Again, building should look familiar to you guys. Also, if you see this buy and lease thing, I have a leasing mod on PC, so just ignore that. It's not a map thing. It is just hey, it's one of my mods that I have for everything. And then we get to the store. The store should also look familiar to you because this is the same store that is used on Prairie Farms, which I love this store. You can come in, do what you need to do, turns you around, actually puts you in a different spot, and right over here, we can work on our vehicle. So it's not laid out exactly the same on the outside, which is nice. It makes it feel like it's its own thing. There's your water tower, of course. Swinging around to check out this water tower. Let's go. Whoop, there you go. Pure Michigan water. Nice. Very cool indeed. And then to the right of that, we have Johnson's Farmers Market with our trigger being right over here. Actually, 2 triggers. You got one for bells and stuff like that, and then one for loose crop. And finally, to the right of that, we have the gas station. So we'll just kind of hop, skip, and jump over to that. And here you go. Here's your gas station, which is very nice. Now, there's more to go. We're only about halfway done with all the stuff. So the next one, we have the tailor shop over here. We also have the dairy, the cooper. Noah's over here, which is nice. We have a smaller sawmill to the, if I can get out of that. Oh, yeah, there we go. Maybe that'll make it work just a little bit better. We also have the sawmill there. Here we have the Jarrah elevator. I apologize. A bakery. We also have the rope maker, the grain mill to the north of that, manure point, as well as liquid manure. And we have Katie up here, the animal dealer, and then the animal dealer sell point. Just to the north of that, the iron furnace, and that is everything, at least in that section. So let's run around and check it out. So, of course, that first look right here, working buttons. I love that. The tailor looks so awesome. Hey, that is the tailor, right? Just double checking. Tailor shop. Yeah. I'm going to forget which one each of these are. We do have the absolutely massive dairy complex right here. So if you really enjoyed this, it is back absolutely huge dairy setup with our sell point in the back. So if you want that, you will have to run all the way back around. And there you go. Drop that off. Then, when I say dairy, yeah, it's the dairy. Right behind that, we have the cooper, as we mentioned, and we've got the sawmill back here, too. So the cooperage over here to the left, and your sawmill to the right. Now, the Jarrah elevator right here, this should look familiar to you, because this is also on one of his other maps, Prairie Farms, which is very cool. I don't know if it's on Frankenmuth or not. I need to go back and take a look at that map. And then we've got more and more stuff to the right of that. You've got your grain mill, which can be purchased and all that good stuff. And it looks like it's laid out exactly like it is on Riverbend Springs. So that makes things nice and easy. Come back here, buy what you need. Very, very cool. Just to the north of that, up here, we've got your rope maker. So drop everything off through there, pick everything up here, and do what you got to do with this little cog there. To the right of that, we've got all of the animal stuff. So let's see if we can sneak around here. Should look familiar to you. Everything should be exactly in the same spots as you would expect. Of course, we've got our manure buy and sell, the slurry buy and sell, and we swing around. Yeet! On the wrong side of the road there, buddy. Moo indeed. Moo indeed. And around towards the front here, you've got everything else. And, of course, the spot to get your animals here and sell point for bells here. To the right of that, we've got another farm right here. We also have the BGA beside that. So the BGA is there. Our farm is here, and I would love to show you this farm. So this is the second farm on our tour. The next two are going to go very, very quickly, with the last farm taking a hot minute. This farm is located on farmland number 42. So $87,000 for this. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. And it gives you a really nice place for multiplayer. There's not a house on this farm. However, it's really easy to put one down. And if we click that, you can see everything. Basically, everything inside of this field is part of this farm. And there's a lot of extra space here to build your own farm up and do whatever you want to do. Of course, all of these buildings are in the build mode, so you can easily add in your own stuff. So there's that. Now let's take a look at the BGA. Now this one should look familiar to you, at least the top section. I believe this is just about the same as it was on Elm Creek, which makes things very nice and easy. Most of you guys have played that map. so you should know where everything is. Although a couple things have been changed up around towards the backside. Here is where your weigh station is, and there you go. I believe there's 3 ways to get in and out of the BGA. So you've got one opening here, and then one to the left and the right here for doing chaff work. So if you're doing any chaff work, maybe utilize one of these larger fields up here. From the BGA, we are going to go down and fly over our wooded area here. We're going to kind of go back towards the left side of the map a little bit. And you can see in the woods, this looks very similar to Prairie, but of course everything is completely random. Everything's been placed down, all of that good stuff. We even have a waterway that runs in the middle of this forestry area. Forestry areas are going to be farmland number 6 and farmland number 5. So you actually own everything on one side of the waterway, which splits everything, which I find very, very cool. But let's jump out of there and let's check out the largest farm on the map, which is actually just to the right of our main farm, which is there. This is part of farmland number 12 for $133,000. Easy access from the road. We've got some big buildings here too. Let's clicky click. So humongo pole barn right through there. We've got our barn style shed here with 3 doors on either side, allowing you to pull straight through. And over here, we've got another pole barn. Absolutely huge. Now, if you're going to buy these, just a heads up, they do have the placeables on them. This one has a house on it, which is very nice to see. Base game house, by the way. However, these do not include equipment. So if you're going to be buying these in multiplayer or something like that, you don't get any equipment with these. You don't own any other map either. I just wanted to let you guys know. You're like, wow, these farms are really empty. There's nothing in them. So there's that. Let's go ahead and take a look here. This is our last shed. Every once in a while I'm like, wait, was this one of those buildings where you can put chaff in? No, it's not. Kind of looks like it a little bit, but it's not. And as far as I know, I think that's the first time we've seen that building used as well with this Michigan shed pack, which is very cool. It's not in a separate pack. It just kind of is what it is. So from there, there's actually not really much going on in the middle. You've got Ben there. Right across the road here, we've got Walter, so we can kind of sneaky peek real quick and check him out. What up, dude? There you go. And let's see, where's the other house? Yeah, way down here. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, man. So these are parts of the areas that you cannot buy. So you're not able to buy these spots, not buy these areas, etc., etc. So coming all the way down, the right-hand side of the map, at least just south of that other farmland and the BGA, is pretty empty and pretty open. There's not much going on with it. It is open. It's got fields. It is ready to be farmed. But we do have one farm down here. This is another smaller farm, and it looks like it's got a house on here too. We'll take a look. Yep, we've got our workshop here, and we've got the farmhouse there. So let's go over here right where the farmhouse is. We'll drop down and take a look at it. Going in, we've got our house on the right-hand side, sleep chigger around towards the front. To the right-hand side, we've got a place to change clothes. We've got a humongo pole barn straight when you come in. We've got the secondary barn here, which has got all the extra doors and all that good stuff. And to the right of that, we've got our workshop, which again, you can sell your vehicles from this spot, which is very nice. You can also repaint, which is not something you can do on everything. And that concludes all 4 of our farms. However, that brings us to our sugar beet pilers. Yay! Let's check them out. Drop down to the ground and go. So these are 3 individual tear dirt sugar beet pilers. So you can see right here in our production chain, tons and tons of productions available on here. So we'll just take a look at one of them. 10,000 liters of sugar beet in, you get 10,000 out, plus 275 liters of tear dirt with 36 cycles per month. So there is that. So you're going to be getting your tear dirt out. Tear dirt can sell now, which is really good news. It doesn't sell for much, $8 per 1,000 liters. So it's not really a money-making method, but you do better deal with your sugar beets if you get them out of here. So clean your sugar beets, get the tear dirt off of there. Trust me, you'll be good to go. Now, there may be a couple buildings in the distance that look familiar, and I would love to show those to you now. With the sugar beet pilers in the distance on the left-hand side, we've got the Grain Elevator Museum from Silver Run Forest. Super cool to see this returning. If you want, you can build it up, which is great news. Just simply put everything where you're used to seeing it, and you're good. Then behind that, we get some wooded areas, a little bit of forestry, nothing too wild and crazy, but we do have that forestry area there, but cannot be purchased. So it just is what it is. Now back here, this is where the fun begins, because we have the roller coaster on the map. Oh yes! We got the roller coaster. You can build it up. As far as I know, I think it's been made a little bit easier to mirror some of the productions that we've got on the base maps and everything like that. However, that may have changed since I last spoke with Taylor Farms. Nonetheless, super excited about this. I just love being able to build the roller coaster. And once you build it, you can ride it. So that's super, super cool. I love it. And then you've really got something neat kind of behind it, too. You ever been to like a roller coaster park and they've got like one of those man-made lakes beside it or something? I don't know. It just makes it seem like you're not just in the middle of a park riding a roller coaster. It's about what you're looking at, too, while you're riding it. So I think that's super cool. And there's even a park in the middle. So if you wanted to walk around the waterway, you can. Now, making our way around, we've got the playground up here. So if we jump up here and take a look, bam, the playground. So you can build up the playground here, too, making this whole area around just a really neat spot to put stuff. So you could build up not one, not two, but 3 different locations on the map and build them up to their, glory days, I guess. Speaking of building it up, there's a drag strip here with a ramp at the end. I mean, I got it, right? All right, 1,300 horsepower with a top speed of 124 miles an hour. I do feel like we should be able to get up and move pretty quickly through the gears. All right, we went straight to 26th gear. I don't think we're gonna have enough speed to do anything wild and crazy here, but we will have a little bit of fun. Yay! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah! Hey! Oh boy. Bad things are happening. Yay! And bam! Nice! If you are curious, this is from Mac Trucker 921. Also, I don't know if anything was going wild and crazy there, but on my screen, I was losing frames right and left. It's actually OBS. I don't know what's been going on recently. I say we give it one more shot and we start from further back. I have no idea how well this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try my best. All right, there we go. Big jump up to 26th gear. Humongo set. There's 60 miles an hour, 70, 80, 90. Come on, hit 100. There's 100. Up in a high gear. This is 70, 120. Oh, I think we had like 117, 118, something like that. Nice. Yeah. And then we destroy all of the field. Poor thing. Uh-oh. So yeah, there's a ramp, and you could just have some fun. Maybe turn crop destruction off, though. We made a little bit of a mess out of this field. So as always, I like to delete all of the equipment that we start with into farmer mode and delete all the buildings on the main farm and show you what you can get for that. We won't worry about the rest of them, but you know you can delete them. With all the equipment sold, we made an extra $2.4 million. So not bad there, not bad at all. Let's now go in and delete the buildings that we have. I imagine the house is probably one of the first things that people are going to knock off. So there you go. You've got that. You've got that. And we got one more there. So there you go. That is what your main farm looks like after you've deleted everything. But don't forget, we do have some stuff as part of the base game which you can use to build your farm. So just like Prairie Farm, Michigan, we've got the 72 by 150 machine shop. You've got the workshop here, which is going to cost $65,000. The 3-bay barn, the smaller machine shed, which I think might be one of my favorite buildings. We also have the bale barn, as well as the machine shed. Speaking of bale barn, there is also a new building that I don't think I've seen before. This is the bale storage. and it stores some stuff. All right, 600 pieces. There you go. We do have one production that was added for this map. It is the iron furnace. That way you can utilize that copper, metal, iron ore. There you go. We've also got the farmer's market, which is spun around here. The center of this one's just a tad bit off, but it's important to show you nonetheless. This is kind of nice because if you want to be able to sell everything, but you want to use something that's on the map, we can simply place this down. And as always, at the top left-hand corner, you can see all of the different painting textures that you can use on the map. And one last thing, here is the roller coaster on the map. Now, I will tell you guys that the final version should say Michigan on the top, as Taylor Farms has just recently shared that the roller coaster here has changed from the Silver Run to Michigan. So whenever you guys are building it, once the map is out, you should be rebuilding the Michigan version. What I want to do is have a little bit of fun and go on a bit of a ride. As I say, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching. I want to thank Taylor Farms for sending their map over to show you before its release. Michigan map has been a fan favorite for the past couple games now, with Farming Simulator 22 and now with Farming Simulator 25. And we've got brand new stuff on here too. You got a roller coaster to ride, things to build. Some of the big things from Farming Simulator 25 have been added to the map, and in great fashion. So, if you're as excited about this map as I am, drop by Taylor Farms' link below, and let them know! Otherwise, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop a like on it. Get subscribed to the channel if you are new, and join the DjGoHam fam. If you got any questions, please let me know. You can also check down below. Trying to leave a link to the Prairie Farms Michigan map tour so you can see everything Taylor Farms has got before it's released. With all that being said, just hope you have an awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next one.